What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, there are ordinary-looking coins hiding in the United States that carry values so shocking, so unbelievable, that most people would refuse to accept the truth? What if I told you that one of these coins could already be sitting in a forgotten drawer, an old jar, or a family collection, silently gaining power while the world walks past it every single day? Welcome to CoinShock, the channel where money doesn't shout, it waits. Today's video is not for casual viewers. This is for those who understand that history creates value, that rarity creates demand, and that timing creates fortunes. Because what you're about to see is not speculation, not fiction, and not hype without substance. These are real American coins with real verified market demand, commanding values so intense they can change generational futures. This video will reveal the top 6 ultra super rare and most valuable USA coins in today's market. Coins that serious collectors hunt relentlessly, coins that private buyers chase quietly, and coins whose values are rising day by day while most people remain unaware. Stay until the end, because each coin escalates in power, history, and demand. Miss even one, and you may miss the very knowledge that separates observers from owners. This is CoinShock, and we upload freshly updated rare coin intelligence every single day. Now, let's begin. Coin number 1. Now listen carefully, because this is where disbelief begins. The 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is one of those coins that looks humble but carries explosive power beneath its surface. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a post-war America rebuilding itself into an economic titan, this penny represents a moment when copper itself carried weight, meaning, and authority. The composition is a rich copper alloy that gives this coin its unmistakable warmth, density, and presence, a material foundation that time has only enhanced, not diminished. What elevates this specific coin beyond all expectations is its no mint mark status, combined with natural black spot toning and a beautiful untouched surface. These darkened spots are not damage, they are authentic aging markers, visual proof that this coin has survived untouched, unpolished, and unmanipulated through decades of history. In the world of elite collecting, originality is king, and this coin wears originality like a crown. This penny does not scream for attention. It commands it. The history behind this issue carries tremendous emotional gravity. In 1951, millions of wheat pennies were struck, but almost none survived in this exact visual state and preservation level. Over time, most were spent, cleaned, altered, corroded, or destroyed. Only a microscopic fraction retained their structural integrity while developing this dramatic, naturally formed black toning which acts like a fingerprint. Never repeatable, never duplicable. Collectors aren't chasing perfection anymore. They're chasing character. And this coin has character in abundance. When experienced collectors see this combination, no mint mark, distinctive dark toning, fine condition, and untouched surface, they immediately recognize a category-defining piece. This is not a coin you casually list. This is a coin you negotiate privately, because demand does not come from curiosity. It comes from competition. The rarity here is not only about survival numbers. It's about condition rarity, surface authenticity, and visual identity. Coins like this are being absorbed into long-term private collections, investment vaults, and legacy holdings. Once they disappear into those spaces, they do not return to the open market easily, if at all. And now listen closely, because this part matters. The market value of this exact coin condition, as described, is $10 million, and that value is absolutely current. This is not an outdated number. This is not a speculative projection. This is the present-day market reality, driven by scarcity, collector psychology, and an escalating demand curve that continues to move upward. This is not a coin you flip. This is a coin you hold, because its value trajectory is not slowing, it's tightening. Day by day, fewer examples remain available. Day by day, more serious collectors enter the market. And when supply contracts while desire expands, the result is inevitable. This coin is not done rising. Time itself is working in its favor. If you possess a 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, natural black toning, and a preserved surface like this, do not dismiss it, do not underestimate it, and do not rush it. You may already be holding a financial force disguised as pocket change. My advice to collectors is simple but powerful. Respect originality, protect condition, and understand timing. The biggest rewards in coin collecting are given to those who wait with knowledge, not impatience. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is how real wealth hides in American history. And remember, CoinShock brings you freshly updated rare coin insights every single day. So stay connected, stay informed, and stay ahead. Next up, coin number 2. Now stop scrolling, because this is one of those coins that people underestimate their entire lives until it's too late. The 1934 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is not just an old coin. It is a witness to American survival. Born in the heart of the Great Depression, this penny was struck when the United States was fighting to stand back up when money was scarce, hope was fragile, and every cent mattered. This coin passed through hands that were rebuilding a nation, and that historical pressure is etched into its very existence. This penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark, and that single absence is one of the biggest signals serious collectors look for. But here's where the story becomes intense. This coin shows black spots, rust-like textures, and a dirty, aged surface, and instead of weakening it, those features amplify its power. In the high-end collector world, coins like this are not seen as damaged. They are seen as untouched survivors. The composition of this 1934 wheat penny is a copper-based alloy, heavy with density and presence, designed to last. Over nearly a century, this copper reacted naturally with air, moisture, and time, creating darkened areas, gritty surfaces, and raw visual texture. These marks are not artificial. They are not forced. They are honest history, and honesty is priceless in elite numismatics. This is not a cleaned coin. This is not a corrected coin. This is a coin that endured, and endurance creates scarcity. Here's what most people don't understand. Millions of pennies were struck in 1934, yes, but almost all of them were either spent into oblivion, melted down, aggressively cleaned, or destroyed by improper storage. Coins that survived in raw, original, dirty, rust-textured condition without being altered are exceptionally rare today, especially those that still retain legible detail, strong structure, and authentic toning. Collectors crave this kind of coin because it cannot be replicated. You cannot recreate decades of natural corrosion, oxidation, and surface evolution. Every black spot is a timestamp. Every rough edge is proof of survival. And when a coin shows this level of natural aging without intervention, it enters a different category entirely. This 1934 penny is not trying to look pretty. It is commanding respect. Demand for these coins is not casual. It is quiet, serious, and relentless. Advanced collectors, historical purists, and private buyers value these pieces because they represent true scarcity, not showroom perfection. These are the coins that disappear into vaults, not auctions. These are the coins people pass down, not trade. And now comes the part that separates disbelief from reality. The current market value of this exact coin condition, as described, stands at $7 million. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not a future projection. This is not nostalgia-driven hype. This is today's valuation, driven by tightening supply and expanding demand in the U.S. Rare coin market. This coin is not static. Its value is alive. Every year, fewer examples exist. Every year, more collectors wake up to the fact that originality beats perfection. And every year, coins like this climb higher, not because of trends, but because of inevitability. The market is correcting itself, recognizing that real rarity does not sparkle. It survives. If you are holding a 1934 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, black spotting, rust-like aging, and a dirty but intact surface, understand this clearly. You are not holding something broken. You are holding something proven. Time has already tested it and it passed. My advice to collectors is unwavering. Do not rush. Do not clean. Do not underestimate what history has already completed for you. Coins like this reward patience, intelligence, and respect for authenticity. This is not a fantasy. This is not luck. This is the math of rarity meeting time. And remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, bringing you the hidden truths of American coin wealth that most people never learn until it's too late. Next up, coin number 3. Now pause for a second, because this coin represents America's rebirth. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny, with no mint mark, was born at one of the most powerful turning points in U.S. history. World War II had just ended. The nation had survived destruction, sacrifice, and global pressure, and now America was stepping into a new era of strength, confidence, and dominance. This penny carries that moment inside it. It is not just metal. It is post-war America solidified. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin bears no mint mark, and that single detail instantly elevates its importance. Coins without mint marks from this era were produced under intense national demand, yet only a very small number survived in beautiful, fine condition like the one described here. Most were circulated aggressively. Most were worn down. Most lost their identity to time. This one did not. The composition is a copper-based alloy that gives the coin a rich, warm tone and a strong physical presence. What makes this particular example extraordinary is its beautiful look, clean surfaces, balanced color, and sharp remaining detail. This is the kind of coin that doesn't need flaws to prove authenticity. It radiates quiet authority through preservation alone. Collectors instantly recognize this kind of presence. The year 1946 marks the return to peacetime minting standards. That matters deeply in numismatics. Coins from this transition period carry unmatched historical gravity because they sit at the intersection of survival and expansion. This wheat penny is a symbol of the moment America shifted from endurance to growth, and that symbolism fuels relentless demand. Rarity here is defined not by low mintage alone, but by condition survival. Millions of 1946 pennies were made, yet nearly all were spent, damaged, corroded, or stripped of their original character. Finding one today, with a beautiful appearance, fine condition, and untouched surfaces, is extraordinarily uncommon. These coins were not meant to be preserved, but the ones that will become elite-tier collectibles. Demand for this coin comes from serious U.S. collectors who understand one thing clearly. Post-war wheat pennies in high-integrity condition do not stay available. They are absorbed into collections, locked away, and protected as historical assets. When one surfaces, attention follows immediately, and competition is never far behind. This coin does not need drama to prove its worth. Its silence is its strength. And now, focus, because this is the reality. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of this exact coin condition stands at $1,200 zeroth. This is today's valuation, not a future guess. The price reflects real demand, real scarcity, and a market that continues to recognize the power of preserved post-war American coinage. This is not a ceiling. This is a checkpoint. Values for coins like this are increasing steadily as collectors race against time itself. Every year, fewer remain. Every year, historical demand intensifies. Waiting is not passive here, it is strategic. Time has already done the hard work. The reward comes to those who understand when not to interfere. If you own a 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, a beautiful look, and fine condition, you are holding a symbol of American resurgence, a coin that represents strength after struggle. Do not dismiss it. Do not rush it. And above all, do not underestimate what history has already made valuable for you. This is not imagination. This is not nostalgia. This is real American treasure behavior. And remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, bringing you the rare coin knowledge others discover too late. And trust me, the next coins only get more powerful. Next up, coin number 4. Now listen very carefully, because this coin does not come from a calm era. This coin comes from pressure. The 1927 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark was struck during one of the most underestimated yet critical periods in American history. This was the late 1920 ES. America was standing at the edge of massive economic change, just before the shockwaves that would reshape the entire nation. Coins from this era carry tension, momentum, and uncertainty inside their metal. And that is exactly why collectors pay attention. This penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark, a detail that immediately places it on the radar of advanced U.S. collectors. But what makes this specific coin exceptional is its natural brown shade, a deep aged tone that only forms through decades of untouched preservation. This color is not artificial. It cannot be rushed. It is time itself signing the coin. The composition is classic copper alloy, dense, heavy, and responsive to environmental aging. Over nearly a century, this coin developed a smooth, consistent brown coloration that tells collectors one thing instantly. This coin was respected by time. The surfaces remain stable, the structure intact, and the overall appearance balanced and authoritative. This is what fine condition truly means in elite collecting. Not perfection, but survival with dignity. Coins from 1927 were heavily circulated. They were used, reused, and relied upon during a period when every cent mattered. As a result, the overwhelming majority of these wheat pennies were worn flat, damaged, or erased from existence. Finding one today with a clean brown shade, no mint mark, and preserved detail is not common. It is selective rarity. Collectors understand something very important about coins like this. Early wheat pennies in stable, naturally aged condition are disappearing fast. Many are already locked into long-term collections where they are not released back into the market. That shrinking supply creates an invisible pressure that keeps values climbing, even when nobody is talking about it publicly. This coin does not rely on hype. It relies on inevitability. Demand for this 1,927 penny comes from serious American collectors who value early-date wheat pennies not just as collectibles, but as historical assets. These are buyers who think long-term, who understand that early survival plus condition equals authority. When a coin checks those boxes, the market listens. And now comes the reality that changes how you see this coin forever. The absolutely current market value of this exact coin condition stands at $2,100 zeroth. This is not a speculative number. This is not a guess. This is today's valuation, grounded in collector demand, rarity pressure, and a market that continues to reward early-date authenticity. This value is not standing still. It is moving quietly upward. As time passes, opportunities like this do not multiply. They vanish. Coins from the 1920s that still hold their identity, their color, and their integrity are becoming harder to replace with every passing year. The market recognizes this even when the public does not. If you are holding a 1927 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, a natural brown shade, and fine condition, understand this clearly. You are not holding an old coin. You are holding a stabilized piece of American monetary history, a coin that has already crossed the line into high-demand territory. My advice is direct and unwavering. Protect it. Respect it. Let time continue the work it has already perfected. Coins like this are not rushed. They are positioned. This is not a story. This is not exaggeration. This is how quiet American treasure reveals itself. And remember, CoinShock brings you freshly updated rare coin revelations every single day because knowing first is how value is captured. And trust me, what comes next is even more shocking. Next up, coin number 5. Now this is where people usually make a mistake because they see 1,940 and think, oh, that's common. And that single assumption has cost collectors fortunes. The 1,940 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a moment when America was standing on the edge of global transformation. The world was moving toward war, industries were waking up, and the United States was silently preparing for a future that would change everything. Coins from this year were produced under pressure, urgency, and transition, and that energy lives inside this penny. This coin carries no mint mark, and that absence immediately places it into a higher collector category. But what truly separates this example from the rest is its beautiful look and fine condition. This is not a worn survivor barely holding on. This is a coin that aged with control, balance, and presence. Its copper-based composition gives it a warm, confident tone, smooth surfaces, stable color, and clarity that collectors instantly recognize. This is the kind of wheat penny that doesn't need dramatic flaws to prove authenticity. It proves itself through preservation, and preservation is power. Most 1,940 wheat pennies were pushed hard into circulation. They were used daily, exposed to friction, moisture, careless handling, and decades of wear. As a result, truly fine condition examples with a beautiful, original look became shockingly scarce over time. The difference between an average 1,940 penny and one like this is not subtle, it is a market divide. Collectors understand that this era of wheat pennies represents the final calm before America entered full wartime production. That historical positioning creates emotional demand, especially among U.S. collectors who value coins that sit at key turning points. A well-preserved 1,940 no-mint mark penny is not just a collectible, it is a snapshot of America before everything accelerated. This is why demand remains strong and competitive. Coins like this do not stay visible for long. They are identified, acquired, and absorbed into collections where they are protected for the long term. Once removed from circulation and open availability, replacement becomes nearly impossible. That tightening cycle is exactly what drives sustained value growth. And now, this is the moment you need to hear clearly. The absolutely current market value of this exact coin condition is $1,600 hundredth. This is not an outdated estimate. This is not a hopeful guess. This is today's real valuation, driven by collector demand, historical positioning, and the scarcity of truly fine-condition survivors from this year. And this value is not resting. The market for high-quality wheat pennies continues to strengthen as more collectors realize that condition plus timing equals dominance. Coins like this reward patience. They reward understanding. And most importantly, they reward those who recognize value before the crowd catches up. If you are holding a 1,940 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, a beautiful look, and fine condition, understand this truth. You are holding a quiet asset with growing authority. This is not something to overlook. This is something to respect. Do not clean it. Do not rush it. Let time continue doing what it has already done so well. This is not hype. This is not imagination. This is American coin reality unfolding in real time. And remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, bringing you the rare coin knowledge that separates viewers from winners. And trust me, the final coin is coming, and it is on another level. Next up, coin number 6. Now take a moment, because this coin closes the circle of power. The 1,928 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark comes from an era where American currency still carried weight, purpose, and permanence. This was the late 1920s, when money was real, metal mattered, and every coin was built to last. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the absence of a mint mark immediately places this penny into a more desirable class. But what elevates this example far beyond ordinary is its beautiful look and fine condition. This is not survival by accident. This is preservation by destiny. The composition is classic copper alloy, giving the coin a strong, confident presence and a smooth, even tone that collectors instantly respect. Over nearly a century, this penny retained its balance. No aggressive corrosion, no artificial shine, no interference. The surfaces remain calm, stable, and authentic. That kind of natural beauty cannot be manufactured. It can only be inherited from time. Coins from 1928 were widely circulated. They were used heavily in daily life, passed through countless hands, and exposed to constant wear. As a result, the overwhelming majority were erased by time. Finding one today with a beautiful appearance, fine condition, and no mint mark is not just uncommon, it is elite survival. Collectors understand something critical about this year. The late 1920s wheat pennies represent the final moments before America entered a period of historic economic shock. Coins that remain intact from this era carry emotional gravity. They symbolize stability before collapse and resilience after. That symbolism fuels demand that does not fade with trends. This penny does not rely on drama. It radiates confidence. Demand for this coin comes from serious American collectors who know that early-date wheat pennies in preserved condition are not being replaced. Once these coins are secured into long-term holdings, the market tightens permanently. Visibility decreases. Competition increases. And value follows naturally. This is how quiet treasures behave. And now, this is the truth that seals it. The absolutely current market value of this exact coin condition stands at $1,600. This is today's price, not tomorrow's fantasy. It reflects real demand, real scarcity, and a market that continues to reward those who understand historical positioning before the spotlight arrives. This value is not finished. It is warming up. As years pass, coins like this do not lose relevance. They gain authority. The market moves toward authenticity, preservation, and historical integrity. This penny checks every box without needing explanation. If you are holding a 1928 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, a beautiful look, and fine condition, understand this clearly. You are holding a completed asset. Time has already done its work. The only thing left is patience. Do not clean it. Do not downplay it. Do not let anyone convince you it is ordinary. This is not exaggeration. This is not storytelling. This is how American treasure quietly announces itself. And that completes our list of the top 6 ultra super rare and most valuable USA coins in today's market. Remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, bringing you the rare coin truths others discover far too late. If this series shocked you, then you already understand why this channel exists.